All right, Wayne Allyn Root with the great Bill O'Reilly, not only number one in TV and the new cable news game for 16 straight years, but number one with his book, Killing the SS, again at the top. And we're very proud of him. Hey, Bill, how are you?
Good, Wayne. Thanks for having me back.
So a lot of things in the news. Let's get right to it. First of all, of course, you know my background. I am Jewish, and what happened on Saturday was a horrible, horrible tragedy. 11 killed in a synagogue in Pittsburgh. And what made me even sicker than the deaths is to hear anyone, not just the left, in this case only the left, but anybody blaming anyone for a tragedy involving someone who's obviously hateful and mentally ill. This has nothing to do with Trump, nothing to do with the Republican Party, and yet liberals tried to blame Donald Trump for Jews being killed in a synagogue in Pittsburgh. I was horrified.
It is horrifying, Wayne. There's no other word for it. You know, as we've discussed when we were talking about Killing the SS, that book is about evil, and evil is what is in play when these people, and I don't even use their names anymore. I'm not even going to use their names, the terrorists who go in and kill innocent people, whether it be in a school or synagogue or church, wherever it may be. So the frustrating part for me is to watch the exposition of blame people come in and use this for political reasons. So when the black people in the church in Charleston were killed, we didn't have President Obama was at fault or anything like that. And we've never really had this before President Trump. But now we have it. So all I tell my viewers and my readers is that when you see someone do that, that's the end of that person's credibility forever. No matter if it's on TV, it's on the radio, done. Because the person is not being honest. Here's the deal. And it pains me to say this, Wayne, because I'm a problem solver. There's no solution to this problem. There are going to be people who do hateful, murderous things. All over the world, this happens. You don't hear about it in many countries because there is not a free press. But there are hateful things being done every day. People sign up for ISIS knowing that their job may be to behead women. They sign up. In Germany, as we discussed with Killing the SS, farmers, merchants, lawyers signed up to go to the concentration camps to kill innocent people. You can't solve this problem. Now, if there's a public safety issue about guns and access to them, we can debate it respectfully. And we can come to some solutions that the majority of Americans support. But the blame game and the, oh, if we only did this, this would stop, is a giant lie.
I'm with you, and I'll reiterate again. I happen to be Jewish, and I criticize George Soros all the time. Doesn't mean I'm anti-Semitic. It's not even possible. I'm Jewish. I can't be anti-Semitic. Tom Steyer, Soros, they keep claiming that Trump's anti-Semitic. I didn't even know what religion Tom Steyer was. Are you anti-Semitic if you criticize someone for their liberal views just because they happen to be Jewish? I don't think so.
Well, this is the technique that the far left uses. So people are wising up to George Soros. He's a billionaire that uses his money to support hateful groups that go out and try to hurt people like me. Okay? That's what he does. This is documented because he has to tell the IRS what his money goes for in the political arena. So we know, and on the No Spin News last week, we listed 5 of his most militant organizations. That's number one. But the far left knows his cover is blown now. Soros is becoming a well-known zealot. So to protect him, they go, well, if you criticize him, you're anti-Semitic. Soros is a secular Jew, as far as I know. He has funded anti-Israel concerns, pro-Palestinian, anti-Israel. He has poured money into them. I don't care what religion George Soros is. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that I believe he's harming America. He's hiding in the weeds, financing people like David Brock, one of the most hateful political assassins in the world. So I'm sorry, That's another bogus lie that if you criticize a guy like Soros for what he actually does, that you're an anti-Semite.
Exactly. And I wonder why no one brings up if Soros hates Bill O'Reilly, maybe he's anti-Irish. I don't know.
We never play that card.
Let's talk about the... I understand. Let's talk about the caravan. President Trump today, just this morning, it was announced that he is sending 5,000 troops to the border and military, not only military troops to the border, but also evidently armor or armored vehicles. And I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Well, I said that last week, that was what's going to happen. The military is going to create barriers to prevent any migrants from actually entering the port of call, the American port of call, and applying for asylum. They're going to put barriers up so physically they can't do it. And I think it'll be done in an organized way. Mattis is pretty good at this. The Israelis do this all the time to keep people, from entering certain places they don't want them in. It's doable. But here's what caught my eye today, Wayne. If you saw the migrant footage taken this weekend, you saw a bunch of people, mainly young men, jumping on trucks. Where do they come from? Where do those trucks come from? Who's paying for those trucks? All right? Again, you watch the news. Never do you get that. Never. All right? It's not hard to trace the truck. You write down a license plate. You tell your researchers in New York or Houston or wherever, track this down, who owns the truck, and you report it. Is that hard? But the news media doesn't want you to know who's paying for the truck or trucks, because these people aren't walking, Wayne. They're going to start to get on trains and vehicles to come to the USA.
All right. And it could be, of course, George Soros and his organization's paying.
And we said that
in the past,
Soros has given money to foreign concerns where there is no reporting. Remember that. The organization that is behind the migrant march is from Honduras. They do not have to put out a list of donors as they do in the United States.
All right, bullseye, as always. That's why he's number one on TV, number one in books, number one everywhere. Bill O'Reilly, you're the best. Thanks for the great wisdom.
You're welcome, Wayne.